Are we live?
I'll find out. Click this link that I just dropped in the Discord.
Morty.
Good start to it. Yes, we are in fact live.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Zcat.
Zcat is here.
I know it's been a while since we did anything quite like this.
We haven't done a live stream in forever.
Like, at least, it's probably close to a year, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What do I do?
Uh-oh.
What do I do with my hands?
Robot.
We have a TV with a trailer on it that you probably can't see.
You can't see a ton of, yeah.
But it's there.
Okay. It's there. It's for vibes. And then this big spot that is Anthony's desktop is going to be Anthony playing the game in a minute. Dark Knight it up. Get all the weird actives and passives.
We have about 1 minute, so I think we'll just kind of hang out for a second.
Yes.
Kind of walk around, explore the space.
That's true. Get a feel for it. Wow. Your back kind of glows in the blue light. Oh, here. Yeah, the green glows.
Oh, yeah. That's sure glowing Show Arcade. Very good show.
Hey, KB. Yep, we're getting the vibe set for this. We're just going to be answering questions, talking about the game, talking about our journey from SideQuest to App Lab to the main store. Hopefully people, have some questions for us. Uh-oh.
Kind of pulling this wire out.
Yeah. Good thinking. Yeah, we're going to be here from now till about 4 o'clock, so it's an hour and a half. Should have plenty of time to get some interesting stuff out there.
I'm going to open the game.
Sounds good. We'll take over the command center.
Using the Quest Pro because I'm a big boy. That's right. Your boy has the Quest Pro.
Unofficially. I guess you have it officially too. Yeah. I'm just gonna put the chair in between you and me so you punch the chair and not me.
Yeah, if you could scoot in as much as possible.
Get right up in there.
Oh, I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
I'm also gonna face myself. Probably this.
That's good. Is it going higher?
What, higher?
Higher.
You gotta sit up.
Oh, it goes way up. There we go. Now I'm tall. I'm in frame.
Wait.
And then we'll also be kind of checking through Discord. I know that Master Destroyer wasn't able to make it here, so hopefully at least a few people have some questions for us. Worst case scenario, I'll just dig through the old stuff. Oh, and our good friend Skiva just texted or messaged us that we're live on. Our interview with them is live on YouTube for the Between Realities podcast. Anthony, I lost the stream element with the YouTube chat.
What happened?
I lost the YouTube chat.
Oh, it's a window. Just. Yes.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Cool. Yeah, definitely. If you're in that, or if you're in here watching us talking about the game, definitely go at some point and check out the Between Realities interview. Skiva and Alex are just great people, and they're super into VR, and it's always nice to talk to other people that are really passionate about it. But yeah, so Anthony has started up on the Dark Knight. It is the class that gets a little bit of everything. It's kind of a spoof on the Onion Knight from Final Fantasy and the Dark Net. It's
Man.
That's started with the best hack. So this one's off to a really good start. Banana Ring is a joke. It's a fantastic joke. Oh, I forgot about Boner Ring. What a horrible name. I didn't do anything to stop it. I guess that's on me.
Hey.
Oh, and there's our first Sid shouting at you moment of the game. There's gonna be a lot of that. It's fine. You don't read the dialogue because you've read it 10,000 times. I spent like 2 weeks on and off doing kind of intensive QA, getting ready for the real QA. And yeah, I heard every bit of dialogue from the first 30 minutes of the game 1,000 times. And Anthony's been doing that for three and a half years now, so he's definitely heard everything. Got those bit pants on. Now, I'm always too lazy when I'm testing to actually equip gear. Usually every like 10 minutes I'll equip it and there's just a ton of stuff in my inventory. Especially when even if you're not cheating, if you're just kind of blasting through it, it's really easy to oh. Okay, the banana ring is a lot of fun. Did I make the banana? I don't remember. I know I made the banado, that's a lot of fun. The reason bananas are such a central element to our silly jokes in this game is early on Anthony set the default like this is wrong icon to a banana. So for the first like I don't know 6 months to a year of beta testing, every time we put out a new update, half of everyone's inventory would just be full bananas. So bananas give us a good laugh. There's now items called naughty bananas. Those are secrets that you use to get the banado. I do absolutely love juggling around the toxic gnomes. Their physics is just hilarious. Like a squeaky toy that you shoot with a gun. They just go everywhere. If you ever feel bad about your performance, it took Anthony 3 hits to kill that gnome. That's true. I wonder how far you're gonna get through this one. Anthony's pretty fast at the game these days, so he can. I think there's a really good chance. Oh, and then you'll get bored. I think there's definitely some cool stuff to be found in this game. We've got 4 right now.
Why is that?
I'll take it. Boy. Oh, this is a fun one. So there are different, like, not elemental, but like modifiers that can happen. Zcat remembers when Naughty Banana was just an Easter egg for getting out of bounds. That's true, but now it leads to the Banado, which is like the Monado, but funnier. It has some time stop mechanics, right, Anthony?
Banado, no.
What?
The Banado just does more damage.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wait, they're linked.
Oh, Anthony has some linked enemies, and he doesn't have fish or anything. Hey there, Laurel474. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun moving from SideQuest to App Lab to the Meta Store. Yeah, we're just here to answer any questions you got and show off the game. Definitely let us know if you have any burning questions. But yeah, the metal flying buggle is it's pretty fun. There's a couple different modifiers. There's metal, there's fragile, which takes more damage. There's experience, which gives more experience, right?
Yeah.
And then there's twitchy, which is fun. They move faster, especially with like the imps.
Died in like the second encounter.
3 years later, and Anthony's still able to hurt himself while playing. Yeah, no, well, yeah. That's the thing. The game makes you move, and it makes you suffer for your points. And then the metal texture, it's a really simple material that Anthony just applied over the top of the mesh, but it looks really fun. Yeah, I like that sometimes you just get different enemies. Fragile, obviously my favorite. It's always fun to just one-hit something and utterly destroy it. But the twitchy ones are pretty fun too, because I really like chasing the enemies with the hacks or guns throughout the game. It makes it feel like a skill challenge. Fun little bit of skeet shooting on on toxins. Let's see. And then yeah, so for now I'm just gonna kind of talk about what's on screen. Me and Anthony can talk more in depth about the game a little bit later when he's worn out. The room's already starting to heat up a little bit. Definitely anyone that's played any amount of Arcaxer, you know that feeling when the room starts to warm up and your core muscles start to wake up and hurt, and then it's been a while since I managed to hit the floor while dodging an enemy, but I've definitely hit the floor a few times dodging stuff. Yeah, it's definitely it's been a good time. Banana Ray, yeah. I'm gonna do a quick little hop over to Skiva's channel and say hi, because they're premiering our video, and we're hoping to kind of synergize with that. It's been a very busy couple of days, and if you guys want content with us talking to people, there's a whole lot of it that's already out, and there's a bit more coming out soon. We've got another podcast scheduled with Rough Talk. We need to pin down the exact day. Hopefully we can record this weekend, but I'm not 100% sure. Rough Talk's great. We talked to them, oh gosh, about a year ago. But they even before the casino update, they were kind enough to give us their game of the year, actually, which is really cool. That felt like a big achievement, because they pulled us in there with the big boys every single VR game that came out that year. And that was a pretty big year for VR. So it's always nice to talk to people that appreciate your work. Let's see, I want to do a little chat in the live chat for Skiva and Alex. Oh,
Finish them.
the turrets are actually, I think, the second or third thing that was made for this game. They were, yeah.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
I really get that.
What'd you get?
You're exactly level 16, gain 999 power.
So that's a blue mage ability, right? Yeah. So normally blue mage abilities are insane.
That's funny.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's 0 PPs. Yeah, just leave that on.
That's insane, actually.
Is there a way to block gaining experience?
Where is it?
See, because like adding a Forever Stone would be pretty cool, but this is funnier. Now, can you normally realistically get Sweet 16 on a blue mage before you hit level 17? So yeah, the blue mage buffs, Anthony went through and just made a ton of them all at once, and a lot of them are really good, and a lot of them are really fun, and some of them are just silly. My personal favorite is Blueford. If your character's named Blueford, what benefits do you get? You get a massive increase to some of your stats based off of everything that's going on. It's just fantastic. Oh. Oh, this is probably my favorite puzzle in the game. There's some really cool puzzles, but this one's just fun to watch. I do feel bad because streamers are always trying to... Are your hands turned off? Oh, okay. Well, jot that down. A lot of streamers get to that level and they don't want to take the minute or so to kind of hash it out because they want to push forward, so they just kind of miss the dog. And that makes me sad. We're missing the dog too. But normally there, you get a summon, a chew toy summon that lets you summon the Arcaxer, who can fight alongside you, and you can give him pats on the head, and he explodes mines for you too. Oh. The Arcaxer is well, he's on the cover art now, and he belongs there. He's definitely one of my favorite characters that we made for the game. Oh, it's a good time. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy. You should try and get it right before the giant imp, and then just floor him. That would be a pretty good time. It's always good to have a little more cash, a little more money going into your pocket. I do really, yeah, I'm glad that we have the side-by-side comparison for items in-game now. It makes life a lot easier, because I don't want to remember two numbers at the same time. Honestly, it's hard these days. Oh, and then so the turret was one of the first enemies we made. This floor, this dungeon block, is actually the first environmental asset we made for the game. By the time that this was put in, like, the hub world was still this weird black floaty space that Anthony had made, just bashing together default Unity assets. Ooh, got some linked enemies again. Hard mode is pretty brutal. But yeah, this dungeon environment was like our first kind of coming to grips with the ideas of the levels, or of the game style. So classic RPG elements fused with computer parts. You can see there's gamer lights everywhere, there's neon glows, there's a Doge banner, which used to be really rare, like it almost never showed up, and then we kind of upped that a little bit, and now you see Doge all the time, and that's okay. And just for the record, that was before Dogecoin was like a popular thing. It was just because I like the Doge. The game has a lot of meme culture in it, for sure. We like memes, we like puns, we like video games. If you are between the ages of probably 20 to 40, you're going to see a lot of references that you understand, and if you're outside that range, hopefully you still get some of them. And then the stupid puns are universal and eternal, and I really, yeah, I did all the 3D art, and I just packed the 3D art with weird little puns. And jokes, as you can see that skeleton in the back corner is holding his own head in his lap, because it made me laugh, and that's all the thought that went into it. Oh, man, I can't believe it's already Friday, yeah? This week has gone by very quickly. We were so excited to get our launch yesterday. Oh, what's up, Z-Cat? Hasn't touched the game since Casino Malware because his controller started to drift, so there's a lot of stuff he hasn't seen yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Casino Malware patch, honestly, it's a really fun post-game bit of content. We added that at the end after the main storyline happened, and we built it after the game officially launched on App Lab. It's another 5 or so hours. It's got some really cool mini games. It's got really fun aesthetics. Probably my favorite boss fight in the game. Anthony, can you think of a better boss fight than the final one?
In Casino Malware?
Yeah. I think it's so much fun. That's true, the last boss in the main story is really solid. But yeah, Z-Cat, you're in for a treat. That final boss fight's got a bunch of new mechanics. It's got some really cool story beats in it. Like, honestly, the story stuff that happens in it just feels really neat. And definitely celebrating the storyline we made with the first, official chunk of the game. Oh. Yeah, the cage floor is fun. If you're really comfortable in this game and you are pretty flexible, or you have a big open area to play in, you don't have to fight enemies, like, ever, until you get to a boss, pretty much. Especially a lot of people can just dodge attacks for days because they've been playing the game for a while. So we threw in every 15 floors, right?
It's
Every 6th floor. There's a cage, so you have to clear the level of enemies before you can go on to the next level. Now you can combine enemies into one wave battle, which is pretty cool, and it goes a little bit faster. So if you're doing those speed runs and you want to get, you're not looking for an any percent, you're looking for, full speed run, you're going to have to actually engage with the combat every few levels, which is fun. Yeah, well, especially with the Banato, it doesn't have any seeking on it. They're just backflipping right over it. The Deadly Scrapper actually started off as just a personal project that I was doing. I was doing like a Fortnite style skin, and it was initially, I gave it several new coats of paint between now and then, but it was initially a PBR, stylized PBR, really flat colors. It's supposed to be lit in engine. Z-Cat. All I know about it is that there's a third version of Bryce. Yes, that's yeah. Bryce Berrien's my absolute favorite. It's Typically, it's my user profile picture. I'm going to probably be switching back to that once we finally root out the hacks on our Discord. It's been, as you all know, our Discord was thoroughly hacked this last week. We're just about ready to kick out the Toxin Sims and get this going again. I'm going to be switching back over to Bricebarian PFP. Bricebarian. It's fun to say. It's fun to type. It was really fun to paint. I really enjoyed. Actually, that's kind of a cool thing that we're planning for the sequel. Is we're going to have a lot more visual distinction between the levels. They're going to be a lot more different. They're going to have a few less unifying elements, and Bricebarian was kind of a test run for that. So that's what if Bryce was from like a World of Warcraft type game. Or I guess it's a lot more League of Legends than World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has a lot more fiddly details. Anthony's gonna die to the super scrapper. This is what happens when you don't do cardio. Oh wait, oh okay. Look at that, he survived.
Ooh, that was close.
This is a really good example though of why if you put in a few minutes on the treadmill, you'll be in a lot better shape. See, up to floor 12, nice. Oh, gobble it down. That is one thing that I really enjoyed doing QA testing for. I just gave myself a bunch of levels, and you could automatically heal yourself with the console. It made this part a lot less stressful. Well, that's a fun little corner. It's been a very long time since anyone's had a floor that was unpassable, which is really cool. But sometimes the procedural still gives you really interesting bits of geometry. The next project after Arcaxer, thank you for asking Zcat, Arcaxer 2. It is in the works, we're really excited about it. It's still in pre-production, but hopefully we'll have something fun to show you guys before too long. And yeah, I know that anyone that watches our regular, semi-regular podcast over the last 6 months, it's been really boring because all we've had to say is we've got stuff coming up. Well, this was it. This stuff happened, and now we can finally start talking about what's next and maybe give you some more behind-the-scenes stuff about our continued efforts to, keep Arcaxer in the common culture. But oh, what's up with the Buggle? Oh, he's backwards. That's terrifying. That Buggle butt was, it looked like a bug, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to be able to talk about, let you guys know about any upcoming sales or bundles we're gonna be a part of. In a few months, we're gonna be able to start doing that kind of stuff. So if you want to pick up another copy of Arcaxer, or if you want to make your friends play it, the sales are really a good deal. And I love a good sale. I'm very cheap. I don't usually buy video games that aren't on sale, so I get it. But yeah, we're really excited for that. The great thing about Arcaxer 2, or at least the most exciting part for me, is that it's not a nights and weekends and maybe project. It's, it's funded, and it's... Oh, actually, real quick, Anthony is in the middle of town selling items. Sometimes people don't quite understand, but yeah, whenever you're in town, if you click on an item, you can then sell it immediately, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. Reggie also lets you sell duplicates, right? Yeah, he lets you sell trash and dupes, which is nice. But yeah. So we're really excited for Arcaxer 2. It's being funded. We're gonna be able to work on it pretty much full time, which is really cool. And we've been able to actually sit down and plan it out ahead of time, which is a weird feeling. Yeah. I think you can beat the Bone Boy. 12? 7? No. Okay, you can't beat the Bone Boy, but it'll be fun to watch you die. Okay. Especially, have you gotten any better hacks yet? I like Bananarang. It's not the strongest spell. Hack. Damn it. I said spell. That guy's gonna have to take a shot. The Bone Boy is easy. Well, here's the thing. The Bone Boy is pretty easy. That's not wrong. But just because it's easy to survive it, it takes forever to chip away at his health if you just have garbage hacks. Like you gotta get some strength up, and you gotta get some good hacks going, or else you're gonna be there for an hour and a half just chopping away at him. Which I've tried it a couple times, and it's just always frustrating. And then you miss one sandy toxin, and he blows up on you, and that's it. And I don't like throwing my controllers, but I get tempted to when that happens. Oh. Let's see. And yeah, these double wide attacks, they're pretty brutal. As you can't really see here, but Anthony's got a pretty good play space. But even then, they'll still chip away at you. They'll still get right into your face. Definitely a good time. Oh. Yeah, you fully avoided that one. Nice. It's really important thing when playing Arcaxer and room scale games like Arcaxer to protect your head and set up your barriers correctly. If you don't give yourself enough wiggle room, yeah, you are gonna bonk yourself right on the noggin. I do that a lot. It's avoidable, but I don't know, I'm clumsy is the right word, I think. Thoughtless with my body. I've hurt myself a lot. Now I'm getting older. It's not a good idea. Let's see, the toxic imp. I do love that the imp just kind of wanders around like a confused old man, but then on his turn he's gonna destroy you. Oh, memory cores. Those level up your hacks, right? Nice. Yeah, memory cores are definitely my favorite. I like to save them up, and then whenever I get a new hack that I'm really excited about, I just rip right through them and upgrade my hacks. I like that the loot pops out of units now. That's kind of a thing that was supposed to be in earlier, right? It just, for some reason, the UI didn't quite work. You know, Zcat's saying that before you could make him disappear by killing him by spamming weapons after you die on the bone summoner. I'm not 100% sure. So like you would die and then you would just blast away with the pistol and then he would be dead and disappear, right? I'm not 100% sure on that one. Oh. Attack started, we got some more PP, nice.
Hey!
We'll see what happens. I mean, the giant imp, he's not like the strongest boy, but he will mess you up if you don't have the health. Let's see what happens. Oh, and I love that glitch shader effect he's got on him. It's not super obvious from a flat screen, but in game, the scale on this guy is so impressive and large. It's really fun. Especially like I made all the models in 3D, and honestly, like, you know, you get very used to them. They stop being intimidating, but then you get in here and this gigantic imp feels about 40 feet tall, and he's just gonna mess you up and not notice when you attack him. He truly is colossal. I'm doing that thing I used to do when I was a kid, and I'm like trying to dodge with Anthony. Man, this battle music is still just absolute slap. It's my favorite thing about Arcaxer is in between battle rounds, I wind up dancing a lot. Keeps the heart rate going. Oh yeah, get him every single time, yeah. How many times are you hitting him on that? I see Zcat. I'm not sure. I think I know Anthony had to change a lot of things on how bosses die, so he might have fixed that part. But, I mean, you know, sometimes cheese is perfectly acceptable. Especially being that it's a single player game. Oh, these ones. I'm so bad at these ones. I get distracted because there's 6 of them. I'm like, how many are coming? And there's only 3 every time, but I cannot keep track. Counting to 3, I guess, is a little hard. Oh, we got a adrenaline rush there. As you can see, he just unloaded his pistol about 1,000 times without taking damage. Adrenaline rushes are so much fun, especially because I usually do thief or warrior, so they're very. I've always got a melee weapon in hand. Aw, Ashley, you installed the YouTube app for us. Thank you. I always hate adding new apps to my phone, so I'm really gonna take that as the compliment it is. Ashley Riot, for those of you who don't know, is our lead head of marketing on this stuff on our launch, and she's been indispensable helping us get our talking points and our tweets and our everything coordinated. And yeah, she's a close friend of the team now, and just absolutely, we wouldn't have anything near this clean to show for you guys without Ashley here. So thank you again. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And this way, Anthony, you can see in the background we've got the trailer going.
I got restore.
Oh, you got restore. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. But yeah, we got a pretty good room for Anthony, and then when he's done playing, we're both gonna be able to sit down here on chairs and talk, which is gonna be nice. We've been playing for about a half hour. It's just about 3 o'clock.
Oh no.
Ashley is very kind to us. She says that our game is good and worth working on, and it's nice to hear. Although honestly, our community from the beginning has been really positive about the game, and that's been, yeah, that kind of energy from VR people has been really motivating the whole time. First time you heard that victory music? Oh yeah, Anthony, you upgraded the boss master, boss fight victory music. Yeah, that's really fun. Yeah, Anthony put, I don't know, about a week or so into that little clip just to make it feel really triumphant when you beat a boss, which is super cool. Okay, I think so. Well, especially you got restore, which is fantastic. Dark Knight, everything is completely random, so what you get is just a random chance. Nothing is weighted. So our friend, that guy, he's got like a level 100 and some Dark Knight, and because of, you know, how statistics work, he still hasn't gotten restore. And like, I can't get through a single boss fight without restore. Normally you unlock it at what, like level 15?
No, you get it.
Okay, yeah. Restore's, yeah, one of the first hacks you get in the game. And it's a good safety barrier for people who, like me, are bad at the game. And it you know, lets you get, I don't know, about a third of your health back usually. It's, yeah, it definitely is a really solid buffer, especially in boss fights, which can drag out. And if you're not fully up to speed on energy, it's really easy to just get clocked in the head by an attack. So yeah, that guy is level 100 and something on his Dark Knight and still doesn't have restore. So he's got to do the whole thing on pure sicko mode cardio. Oh man, yeah, the fact that he got so into the game during early COVID, he credits us with keeping him beach body ready during the lockdown. I don't know, he seems like he's very dedicated to everything, but it definitely, Arcaxer is some of my favorite cardio for sure. Okay, here comes the Bone Summoner, which I don't know if you can tell. He's got a bear skull and a bunch of the Sandy Bridge environmental assets kind of appended to him. I had a lot of fun with him. He's got cat cables running through him. He's got cute little succulents, and he's gonna eat you. And for people who really, really like my stupid puns, definitely try and get behind him. The Tombstone has some of my favorite work on it. And it's kind of an homage to the old game. My favorite class, thank you for asking, Ashley. I really like the Thief, because the Thief can send back any of the circle projectiles at people. Bone Summoner is ready. Thank you, Chris. That's it's a real good Spider-Man throwback. But yeah, my favorite's the Thief, because the sphere attacks from enemies, you can bat them right back at them, and you get to feel like Link in Legend of Zelda when he's fighting Ganon. And all I want from video games is to feel like Link from Legend of Zelda, honestly. Ashley, this is my good friend Chris. He wrote a few songs for the game, actually, which was really cool. He did the Coffee Lake theme, and I think the Whistler Block theme. Yeah. So if you use a melee weapon, you can get on top of the Bone Summoner, and you can see my stupid joke. But it's my favorite. Oh, hey, thanks, Zcat, for bringing that from Dino. There is a few things that we're looking to add to the game. Probably not any big patches like we had for the casino malware patch. It's so time intensive. But we're about halfway through the design for a couple, secret bosses like the King Ghost. And roguelite mode, I don't know. That depends on how much energy Anthony has. Dark Knight definitely has all of our roguelite, besides, permadeath. It lets you randomize the game if you're inclined, and I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, that's a really, really good banana shot. And then Ashley, yes, he is playing Dark Knight. Dark Knight's a ton of fun. There are 2 challenge classes, Dark Knight, which is fully random, and a real, if this is the one you choose to hurt yourself, because he started off with an okay but kind of situational hack, the banana rain, and now he's got a couple good hacks, but it's really, it's a dice roll. And then Blue Mage, which might be my favorite class. I don't know, Thief is so much fun mechanically, but Blue Mage is hilarious. It's a lot like Purple. No, it's a lot like Blue Mage and several of the Final Fantasy games. You gain your abilities by directly attacking enemies that you haven't stolen abilities from. In Final Fantasy IX, the Blue Mage straight up eats people, which is hilarious. But it doesn't. We don't have that head biting technology in. Maybe for the next one we'll have to take a bite out of the monster. But you gain abilities that are usually somewhat thematically aligned to the enemy. And a lot of them are good, and a lot of them are hilarious, and a lot of them are bad. Some of them are hilariously good. Like, yeah, Anthony is a meme. But Anthony got the Blue Mage meme ability Sweet 16. At level 16, you get plus 999 attack, right? Which is a lot. It's so much. It's too much. But because he hasn't hit 16 yet, he's actually going to be able to use... He's only level 10, so in 6 more levels... He's going to be able to use Blue Mage Sweet 16 to just decimate whatever boss is in front of him. The trick to that one is going to be just to not get into a fight once you turn 16 until you hit a boss. Yeah, it's actually, I think we could, even without having like the mouth tracking, if we had like the head collider, because I know there is a head collider, rip through an enemy to do the bite, that would be cool. But then also I'd want to have like, you know, in Ratchet and Clank, you could blow up stuff and it visually breaks. I would want to be able to procedurally take a bite out of the enemy, so you know that you got it. And I'd have to either do all that manually, or we'd have to figure out some way to procedurally cut up the mesh, which would be a little weird. I think for the next one, I am going to just make every single model is going to have a Blue Mage bite version. That's just a huge cartoonish cookie-shaped bite taken out of the middle of the enemy. Maybe you can eat the tables, yeah. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, you didn't finish a level until you had destroyed every single destructible object in the level, and then you knew. Yeah, that's true. Blue Mage could potentially lead to some interesting visits to the ER. You appear to have a Quest 2 embedded in your face. What happened? Well, I was playing this really cool game. And I just went straight into the wall. That's true. That's true. You could bite your friends. You could headbutt your friends. Although you can do that without the Quest 2. I used to be a headbutter. It makes making friends hard. So I guess the Quest 2 would give you a pretty convenient excuse. What's that? Oh yeah, I can do first-person US board for, I don't know, 15-20 seconds at a whack without feeling like I need to take my headset off and die. Some of our guys, it used to be the only way you could be in first person and moving was with the US board. We have since then added first person walk around mode, but people would use the US board in first person, and that's the way they played the game. And I don't know how they managed to not yarf everywhere, all over their room, mom, dogs, friends, and family. It would be really bad.
I'm sweating so much right now.
Yeah, the PC. Well, I mean the PC and the calisthenics. Yeah, we're getting up. We're getting a little toasty in here. Oh yeah, actually, I've done that one a few times too, where you're trying to read something and you just keep getting closer and closer, and then bonk. And yeah, it goes. It's like you took your Cephas glasses off too far underwater and broke your capillaries. It's brutal. I really, Sandy Bridge is one of the later additions to the game. It used to be pretty generic asset store stuff, and one of my initial goals after we released was to go back and clean up some of the things. And I really like the way Sandy Bridge turned out. It's some of my most refined environmental art for sure. It's got a really cool, fun theme. It's very deserty. I managed to get a lot of purples in there because I like purple, and no one can stop me from making the palette mostly purple. It's also an homage and a throwback to our first game, Wave Magic. And the first level in Wave Magic, and also the only level in Wave Magic, was a desert, and I refined a lot of the ideas, but I realized after I finished Sandy Bridge that I had subconsciously just redone all my favorite stuff. So there's an onion dome minaret in both. There's a giant crumbled stone statue of H.P. Lovecraft in both. There's cactuses with purple flowers in both. I'm a predictable person, but I'm okay with that. And then there's some really interesting... I enjoy all the wire trees that I made in the game. Trees are really expensive on processing power, but huge bundles of cables and wires and the binary trees in the hub aren't too bad. And they look really fun to me. And a lot of people are nice about their art style, so I am going to assume that people like it too. I think it's time for blue, yeah, and then we're going to be able to show off our best asset to people. Blue. This is a good one.
Is obviously
Yep. That's good though, I like it. It's not too hard, It's also bigger, which is good. Oh, and the gravestones are thumb drives, in case no one noticed that. That's another later addition that I did that I really enjoyed. Master Destroyer, long-time Discord member. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine's joined the chat. Does that mean... Are we getting... Is the... I don't know, Skiva and Alex are still live for a little bit, it looks like. So nice to see Jasmine. She's been another person helping us with our marketing. It's been insane. I know, we got pro gamer lights. Anthony's got a Google Home light bulb in the ceiling, and we set it to purple at first. It was a little too romantic, so we switched over to blue, because blue is the best color. We're about to see that both in-game and real life. Yeah, it's very, very ambient, very, very fun. And we achieved gamer lighting without having 10,000 USBs, which is honestly pretty impressive. This is my favorite part. Oh my god. And it's nighttime. Now it's just vibes. Yeah, yeah. They got some good moves. Blue is the absolute Arcaxer color for sure. For those who don't know, blue, the spell, which we're about to see in action, was made during a community poll. We were doing a live stream a lot like this one, but we were still working on the game. And Anthony had 3 really good ideas for hacks, and 1 silly one. And the silly one was just make everything blue. He's already kind of blue, but he's about to be extremely blue. So as you can see, he is now entirely blue. And obviously, yeah, blue won the poll. So now blue is just a spell in the game, and every month or so we get a question. What does blue do? It must do something, right? No, it's just awesome. It makes things blue. Jasmine asked us, where do we get the music for the game? And actually, that's a really cool question. Anthony did the majority of it by himself. Kind of at the beginning of Arcaxer, it was just a passion project, so Anthony was doing stuff that he liked, and he likes EDM, drum and bass music, so we started making just some real banger tracks for the game, and honestly, it's been really cool to see his music evolve over the years. But also, we've had some friends, Troy Spoon, friend of Anthony's from, elementary school, right?
Yeah.
He made a couple of the songs, and then our good friend Chris, who was earlier in the chat, he made a couple of the songs too. So it's been really fun to, work with our friends and just produce some cool stuff. Oh, nice. I always get hit by those. I'm too slow stepping left and right. This is my favorite attack to avoid. It just because you get to dodge and you gotta go. Once you get the timing right, it's really hard to get hit. But if you're tired, it gets really hard to make those dips. So you can kind of track where you are in your energy level by how often you get hit. I think that's a really good idea, Jasmine. Yeah, we should make that sweet. Especially if we can. Let's share the blue icon that we have. Blue is the most used icon emote in our Discord for sure. It means everything from "that was very good" to "that is the color of blue." It is content. It really is. Yeah, Chris, it was super rad to actually, like, me and Chris have been friends since 4th grade, and he always played music, and he used to just play the Halloween theme in the back of the room. But now he knows how to play a ton of different cool music and do a lot of production on the digitals, which is really neat. Oh, that's true. Anthony making most of the music on his own is a good story. He's got a little Toby Fox in him, but he only likes dogs a little bit. Toby Fox likes dogs a lot, and I don't think we should stomp on that brand, you know? I do think if Arcaxer 2 is really successful, Anthony's just going to be a DJ, right? Yeah. He's going to work the Euro house scene. There you go. He's good. Well, actually, Garage is already kind of on the rise with that 90s nostalgia wave. I think you could do it. Especially in America, we're going to be 10 years behind on that. So you could be the first Garage DJ in America. Oh, yeah, Power Shot. Power Up Shot was the other one in the poll. I think that was the second place one. Oh, you're right, 7-0. So Blue just won. Blue dominated the poll on that one. But yeah, Power Up Shot was a fun idea, so Anthony still made it. Yeah, Blue. I mean, Blue was the undeniable right choice. At first I was like, well, no one's gonna vote for Blue, and then one person voted for Blue, and that was it. You could feel the dam breaking, so everyone voted for Blue, and it was the right choice. Yeah, this one is fun, especially if you're tired. When I get tired, my go-to way to avoid stuff is just to crouch. And if you do that with the toxic chemist in the room, you'll just die. You're gone. And then the really fun thing about Blue is once you hit level 30, right?
Oh yeah.
Once you get Blue up to level 30, so you have to intentionally use Blue for a very long time and level it up to level 30. It turns into Blue Aga.
You get a new hack.
You get a new hack from the bartender. And it's called Blue Aga, right?
Yeah.
And it's called Blue Aga, and it turns everything blue. There's a couple cool corner cases. You get abilities that damage enemies based on how many debuffs they have, so blue technically counts as a debuff. So that can be a really good way to deal a little bit of damage to everyone. There's a couple other synergies it has, right?
Yeah, so any debuff...
All right.
And there's quite a few of those. That guy at like level 300 in the Infinite Sim stack, which is a post-game sim stack that goes forever and has every enemy, and it scales just brutally. It's horrifying to watch it happen. They get so fast, they get so strong, they deal so much damage. But yeah, he's got Blue so high that it ticks every turn for so much damage, and it's a core part of his strategy. Yeah, this is the Janus block, which is codenamed after... That was Microsoft 95?
XP.
Microsoft XP, codenamed Janus. This is like a prison block, as you can see. It's got oubliettes and bars and stocks and everything. This is where the Taskmaster hangs out. It's kind of a joke about, like, this is like the anti-spyware area. So he's hiding out in the anti-spyware dungeon, but he's behaving like spyware because he's a jerk. And it's especially Chris, if you haven't played this for a while, this was originally just a recolor of the first dungeon, but one of those things that when we got to the end of adding new content, I wanted to go back and update a few things, and this is one of them. And I'm never doing bricks again. I hate bricks. I hate bricks so much. They take forever to paint, and they're hard to appreciate, and no more bricks ever again. But I enjoyed making like RAM. There's a RAM stock. It literally is like a stocks made out of a RAM card. There is bit mining. There's a blockchain. It's like a prisoner ankle weight that's a block chain. So that's a fun little joke about crypto for people. Oh, we're at 3:18. You've been playing for about 45 minutes. Hello, ClownCars666. Anywhere I can read all this stuff this update does? Absolutely. If you check our Discord or our website, there are links to the most recent patch notes. Yep, the patch notes on Steam as well. Ashley wrote up our patch notes in a very readable way. They were just kind of a massive wall of text because we did a lot of little polish for this one. But yeah, the patch notes are live and quite legible. They're actually fun to read, so thank you for that, Ashley. Laurels474, do you guys have any inspiration from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga or Paper Mario for the turn-based combat? Well, kind of. So Anthony, you played Superstar Saga, right?
Yeah.
Anthony's played Superstar Saga, so that definitely went into the mix. He's never played Paper Mario, but we've got a couple of games that we're making each other play, and that's one of the ones that I'm going to make him play because Thousand Year Door is one of my favorite games of all time. And definitely standard turn-based combat has really cool ideas, and part of that, those reactive things from Mario and Luigi went into the bullet hell on your turn. Also, it's just a lot more fun than standing around watching enemies attack. Oh, drop the Assassin's Dagger, that's one of my favorites. The reverse drip, it poisons you, and it's really weird to wield, but it's so much fun. But yeah, I'll tell you what, those classic JRPGs that made it to America, like Mario and Luigi, Earthbound, Paper Mario, they all went into a lot of the design choices and a lot of the visual aesthetics, because those are that's my childhood. And since I did all the 3D art, and I'm a child, I just recreated my childhood with some anime sci-fi vibes. And that's kind of where a lot of the love of puns came from. Earthbound is like 90% puns. And I just decided to carry on that tradition as well as I could. Yeah. This one's, it looks a little boring on the flat screen, but when you're in the headset, the overworld areas and the dungeons where it's all black with the gamer lights lighting up with those few areas that you can see, it's so much fun. It feels so cool. And also we have mixed reality set up now, so if you have a Quest 2, or if in the future you get yourself a Quest Pro, you can set up the diorama basically in your living room, which is really cool. I've been using it on the Quest 2. It's so much fun. Oh, it's so cool. Especially the Quest 2 is still black and white. Honestly, I like that a little bit better. It still adds a layer between you and reality is boring. So it feels a little more like Johnny Mnemonic and a little less like my living room, which is pretty cool. And then, ooh, the Assassin Dagger was one of the last weapons that I made for the game, alongside the Micro Uzi, the RGB Uzi. That one was a ton of fun. So these two kind of reflect some of my later design choices that I picked up from my time with some ex-Riot devs. They're a lot. They've got some very interesting shapes going on. Let's see. We're in Janus Part 4. When's Taskmaster? Okay. Oh, you might be able to rip through there.
Hey.
If you can hit 16 right before Taskmaster, that would be just perfect. Because I want to see you just wipe the floor with this guy. A lot of people are really good at this game and can breeze through the Taskmaster fight. And every time I try to fight Taskmaster, I have to grind for like an additional 10 levels. And even when I was cheating, like, he still finishes me off sometimes because he's just got a couple attacks that if you don't move fast, he destroys you. Anthony is really freaking good at this game. He's playing on hard mode. Ashley asked if you played before. I don't think we can estimate how many hours Anthony spent playing Arcaxer. It's a lot. Yeah, they're flying and they have shields, so he has to do a skill shot to get around behind them. And then if he was Thief, he could bat those balls back at him, but he's doing Dark Knight, so he can't. But that's okay. The aberrations are like a series of enemies. I think every floor has an aberration, and they're based off of like chromatic aberrations, which happen when you compress a file too much. It's part of like deep frying memes, is introducing chromatic aberrations.
Actually a reference. With like rainbowy effect on the edge of the lens.
Well, that too. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well, I made it off of photo compression. But it happens in VR headsets too. And yeah, there's just very abstract enemies. Part of it is that they were a lot simpler to make than the more complicated enemies, so I could bust out 2 of these in a night, which is why I didn't put too many in there. But but they turned out really cool. I made weird little Evangelion angel style attack patterns for each of them. They're so creepy to me, and they make me smile. And they're really bright colors, which I always like. Oh yeah. Ashley's a really good point. You're really efficient with how you use the cursor. Like, it's very, very tight, controlled motion. And KB's learning some throwing techniques from the master. And honestly, yeah, I have spent a lot more time watching Anthony play the game than I have played the game, just for a variety of reasons. And whenever I play, I'm always doing those short little jabs, and I always I start from the hip, and that's how you get your really fast momentum. That's how you keep your control. That's how you don't punch the wall. A lot of factors go into Anthony's form and technique. Yeah, difficulty creep is a serious problem. But it happens. That's the great thing about Arcaxer, is if you ever have a hard time in a level, it's just like on an old school JRPG. You just go back and you grind for a while, and then they can't even touch you.
Pop this thing real quick.
Yeah. Ooh.
Not a lot of AP.
Oh my god. We'll see it next turn. This is one of my favorites. Well, I keep saying that, but I like everything. The chromatic swords the Gold Imp uses. You can pick those up as a weapon, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. I really like all the ultra saturated CMYK stuff that I did, because once again, no one can stop me. Somehow you punched the ceiling in VR. Good work, Chris. Was that Oh, actually, Chris, have you ever played Pistol Whip? Ashley was one of the people behind the scenes at Pistol Whip, and I know you like motion-based games. Oh, take care, Ashley. Safe travels. Go ahead, Anthony.
When this guy dies, he's gonna explode because
Finish them. Ooh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it took about a third of his health off.
Oh, is it over?
That's another good little point where Anthony put in just a ton of puns. Yeah, Pistol Whip seems like a really fun time, especially if you like motion control games, you like music, you like guns. It's got everything. It's very John Wick, which I'm always happy for John Wick stuff. Honestly, I've heard the battle music for Arcaxer 1,000,000 times. It still slaps. It's still fun. Me and Anthony still kind of wind up singing it at each other too often. But it's a really good time. I don't listen to really any D&B or techno outside of Anthony's music, but I like it. It's good. It's very listenable. Oh.
he's the heck of now.
Uh-oh.
So
Yeah, that little green orb means that it's now a wave battle. And he's already getting hurt. Tribe Grey Wolf VR. Yeah, so the overworld is in third person. That was done initially in our first game, Wave Magic VR, as a way to combat motion sickness. But it also gives the game a really diorama shoebox feel, which I really like, and lets people kind of explore the game in a much more exciting way, I hope. A lot of people still prefer to walk around in first person, but I really like the third person view, and that's how you get a lot of the fun puns. Exactly, yeah. And then you get into combat, and now it's first person. Oh. You say you need to tuck your chin more, Anthony. And yeah, the first person combat is like full room scale combat. Anthony really wanted to take advantage of the 6-DoF freedom that the quest gives you. So you have to move around the whole room. It's such a good bit of exercise, good bit of cardio. It's good for your reflexes. Don't ask the FDA if that's been approved, but I think Arcaxer makes you a faster person.
hey.
Yeah.
Do they do exercise stuff?
They actually do, yeah. Exercise equipment is FDA approved, which is weird. And yeah, those shields are so much fun to hook around, especially when I do Thief. I usually use Sniper Shot, which doesn't have any tracking, so I have to shake off the rust and remember how to hook stuff. Oh, okay, cool. This is a good small wave. Hey, Skiva, how you doing, man? Skiva's in the house. Sorry we weren't more active in the Between Realities podcast. We've just kind of been doing a little live stream here to talk to the community and answer some questions. It's been a good time. Anthony's up to level 15 or so in the stack, and he's gonna try and beat Taskmaster before the day's over. For anyone else who doesn't know Skiva, like, you probably should know Skiva. He's one of the most important journalists in VR, in my opinion, and he knows everyone. But he's a good friend of ours. He works with VR Upload. He's got the Between Realities podcast with our other friend Alex, and we get to see him whenever we go out into Meet Space and do VR stuff, which is always nice. And we just had a podcast with him on Between Realities. Super excited to go back and watch that. It had some really cool questions. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, definitely check that out after this is over. We really want people to, see our podcast and see the thought process behind stuff. And there's some secret announcements for what's coming next that I don't know if we've made anywhere else yet. Definitely worth checking out. The blue pants. Well, and then again, blue is just the best color. Oh, thanks, Grey Wolf. We think it's really fun. It's about 20 hours of gameplay. Oh yeah, this is a weird floor. Yeah, people's VR techniques are a little bit different. Anthony's been playing VR for a very long time, so he's really good at minimizing his neck strain. I do tend to get worn out pretty fast. Oh, this is the US Buster, or US skateboard. The last time I did this, I got just destroyed and I had to give up. Hey, Creeper Betty. Yeah, we're trying to keep that Between Realities fun going on over here. Always happy to talk to more people about our game. This is a really fun, trippy, scary puzzle level. You take the skateboard and you go on these ramps and you have to pinpoint, pivot, and slide around and try not to jump into the endless void. But at the end of it is a pretty awesome weapon. One of my favorite guns in the early game, at least. Is this the blue blaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue blaster, which just mows down enemies. I like blue blaster. I like alliteration. Let's see, the blue gun, which is blue quality, blue rarity. It's blue. It deals extra blue damage. I really like the hand trails. That kind of came in later in the game, but they look so cool. Now we get to go upstairs. We're getting pretty close to the final fight with the first fight with Taskmaster. Hey, Sidon. Oh, I think it's absolutely we're trying to grind to 16. I want to see you one-shot Taskmaster. How you doing? Good to see you coming over from the Discord. Glad you're able to make it. And I'm glad that you have consistent branding on your profile pictures. That really helps me out.
Finish them. They were nothing.
Yeah. Oh, pops some memory cores. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. Oh yeah, you can get a wave fight going. Yeah, Sid and Jasmine has been helping us with this process, so it's been a very intense week for the whole team. So we're all happy it's Friday. I thought yesterday was Friday because it was the big release day, and like that seemed like the best way to end the week, but no, there's one more day left. Thank you. We've worked really hard on getting it. Honestly, yeah, the overclocked patch has been, there's a handful of new content, there's some really cool additions, some really neat upgrades, and just a ton of polish on every section of the game that we could manage to get into. New animations, new textures, new UI, a lot of little fixes to stuff that Anthony wanted to make just right for combat. This is Arcaxer in its final form. It's really beautiful thing to see, especially considering the early alphas were were pretty rough, but we kept working. It kept working. The 6-shooter, that's a good chance of alliteration. Well, thank you, Sid. And honestly, the Discord community that you've been a part of for the last, I don't know, I'm not sure how long you've been there, but we've been doing it for 2.5 years now. That's all the credit that I really need. I like money, but honestly, the Discord community has been so positive and helpful and excited, and it's been so nice to share this with a bunch of enthusiasts. And that really definitely kept us going, especially during early COVID when the world was melting. We got a lot of work done during that time period. I'm very proud of us for that. We're getting close to Taskmaster. You know, I'm not sure. Honestly, time's a little bit fuzzy, but I recognize your name and I recognize your logo. And then Sydney, I don't know if you have a copy of the game yet, but if you don't have the full copy, we are doing something on Twitter. Definitely check out our Twitter. Rista King, it's the King. It's so nice to see you again, man. I remember your video, I don't know, 6 months ago, a while ago. So fun, so much energy, so much enthusiasm. It's always nice to see content creators that engage with us and enjoy our work. It's been a lot of work, so getting that kind of positive feedback has been so nice. Okay, well if you can't take them out, then we can get to level 16. So this is where the current demo ends. This is where we first kind of chopped off the game and said that's good enough to show people in February of 2020. And honestly, this fight's still a lot of fun. There's some really cool elements that we've updated the arena. This is all new. We've updated some of the graphics. Taskmaster got a brand new paint job and some new model materials actually for his mesh. But this fight is still the same way Anthony designed it initially, and it's so much fun. Yeah, the Arcaxer Twitter, it's at ArcaxerVR. We've got a little giveaway that Jasmine actually coordinated. We're gonna be the VR realm. Hey, nice to see ya. We're gonna be giving away a key at the end of the week, I believe. And we've done a couple promotional giveaways of keys throughout the years. We'll probably be doing a few more too. So if you're ever looking for a new key for yourself or for a friend that want to get into the sim, definitely keep an eye on our Discord and our Twitter. Yeah. The VR realm, nice to see you. Always good to see friendly faces. So far, this fight's off to a rough start. Anthony's gonna die, yeah. Now, I've done this fight 1,000 times, and I still can't dodge the spike balls every time. Mateo311, good to see you too, man. I feel like I just saw you yesterday. Mateo was the co-host of our Quest 2 community chat that we had the other night, which was super fun. Always good to talk to excited, engaged content creators who, care about VR as much as we do. It's really motivational and exciting. And Mateo's got the dopest basement that I've ever seen, which is also motivational. Okay, Anthony, you're not dead yet. It was good work. I mean, I'd be dead at this point. Uh-oh, it's coming though. Oh, there you go. And early Friday is the best Friday. We live in Orange County, and most people start taking off around 3 o'clock on Fridays. I don't think anyone has a full Friday, at least not since COVID. Let's see. Okay, you're getting some good hits in there. Oh yeah, that's true. Get some bonus AP. Oh, adrenaline rush. Oh, that's true. That's really good. Especially since Taskmaster is such a static enemy, you know, he doesn't dodge or dive or anything. It's really easy to get both hits on him.
A critical hit.
You're pretty good at squirming around. I suppose it's time for Plan B.
Yeah, Tribe Grey Wolf, are you Orange County too? Orange County, California? We might have to. There's a couple indie game developer meetups that we've been meaning to go to. Maybe we can all coordinate and get there one time.
Let's have our friends join us. You do have friends.
I do really enjoy Walkabout Mini Golf because Mini Golf in VR is pretty much the same thing as in real life, but it's easier and cheaper. Oh yeah. I love the gigantic Taskmaster defending. Fun fact: that's actually the old mesh for Taskmaster, but because it's got the glitch shade all over it, it's fine. And it's I don't know, it's a nice little bit of throwback to a Taskmaster classic. Oh hey, Tribe Grey Wolf's in Huntington Beach. That's not too far at all. Yeah, definitely hop in our Discord, man. Yeah, we're always especially now that COVID's getting easier to deal with. We're trying to get out and meet people again. Ooh, a VR treadmill. I don't know. Those omnidirectional treadmills are like expensive, but they're pretty cool. Tribe Grey Wolf asked, "Who did the voice acting?" Well, for this one, is this Cody?
Yeah, this one.
This one's our friend Cody, actually. He recorded on a pretty decent mic, and he rammed it through a bunch of modifiers to make it sound deep and robotic and intimidating. We've actually got a couple of friends, though, who do voice acting. My good friend Thomas McNeil did a bunch of the voice acting for NPCs. Our friend Connor Duggard, he did the voice of Bryce. And has he recorded for Johnny Moneyfingers yet?
No.
We need to get him recording for Johnny Moneyfingers though, because I guarantee you he's gonna have an amazing Elvis impression in his pocket, and I want to hear it. And then we had a couple other friend of friends that we hired for the rest of the voices. Sydney is a friend of a friend. Let's see. Yeah, VR treadmills are pretty expensive and tricky. And yeah, they don't have a universal support at this point. I could definitely see it being exciting though. For Taskmaster, I don't know, there's probably about 20 lines total. Backstory on the names of a character. Let's talk about Taskmaster. He is he's got, as you can see, a tattoo on his belly that says Control-Alt-Delete. He's blue screening. It's just kind of a fun little pun for computer-themed arch-villain. Initially, Taskmaster was actually supposed to be the overarching villain of the game, but Anthony had some really fun ideas, and it became a lot cooler. But yeah, what's that? And then Arcaxer, you know, the name of the game and the name of the main character is just because we're 90s kids, so it's a combination of arcane and haxer. Very leet speak, very 90s anime, very silly, very fun. Yeah, 20 lines isn't bad. I think the most dialogue we had was for Sydney, because you know she's in every single game or every single fight telling you to stop sucking and to try doing more damage next time. So that was quite a bit, but she actually managed to knock that out in, I don't know, half an hour or 45 minutes, an hour and a half at the most. It was pretty cool. Yeah. The great thing about voiceover is if you have people you trust and you're not too picky, you can kind of rip through it. we did, yeah. Looks like he's about to unleash on you, yeah. This part, I die here almost every time. So much. You have to, yeah, you gotta move so fast. And yeah, it's just brutal. Most bosses have a last ditch attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you've beaten the boss, it is not done. Oh, but adrenaline rush, which is guaranteed at this point. My favorite thing is to pull out the sword and the gun and just unload on him with the gun while you're whacking. And it feels very gangster. Very Tony Soprano moment. You did it! You learned red! Oh crap!
Oh
red. So now we got blue and red.
Well,
Oh man.
Hey!
Now, does red do damage too?
nope.
Nope, there you go. And then there's a green too, right?
This is a story battle.
Oh yeah, so this one you're supposed to lose. How many minutes do you have to survive to get the bonus item?
Survive for 2 minutes. Then you get the Arcaxer test.
So it's 2 minutes of just dodging furious, angry attacks. You can put it off as long as you want, but his turn is unending when it gets to you. And it is almost impossible. I've tried so hard. And yeah, Anthony, 2 seconds in. A few people have the Arcaxer breastplate that you get from dodging for the full 2 minutes. It's brutal. But yeah, you're supposed to lose there. It's okay. This actually is probably my favorite cutscene. Some good dialogue. Let's see. Yeah, beating the Taskmaster is so satisfying. He's this big, ominous, creepy dude, and then you put him down. So that's the end of the demo too, which is, there's been additions to the demo over the years, but that's kind of the first experience that we uploaded to SideQuest 2.5 years ago, and my god, it's come so far. Yes or yes to one of the best jokes in the game. The bonus item timer keep going when it's on your turn. I don't think so, right, Anthony? The timer starts from when he first attacks, right? No, the bonus item for surviving the barrage.
Yes.
It starts at his attack, so yeah, you have to dodge for like 2 solid minutes. Yeah, the hub's seen some recent overhauls too. We added the background mountains. Anthony added the volumetric fog, which I'm sorry, it's not volumetric. Anthony added the fog, which I at first didn't like, but when you get in the headset, it really does make it feel big and expansive. Oh, so much fun. Hey, Eric, how you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Mash Daddy, cool. Yeah, we were just hoping to talk to some people about the game, answer some questions, have Anthony beat the first couple bosses, and yeah, it's all working out. The hub is really a relaxing place to be, Jasmine.
Yeah, I hit her with the cat.
Oh yeah, go get the Arcaxer. Oh my god, this is like Legend of Zelda catching the running man. It's just, you gotta time it just right.
No.
or you wind up making that mistake, which yeah, I always mess up. And you caught him, yeah. And you cannot have 2 summons out at once. Oh, you couldn't beat any bosses? That's okay, Jasmine. It takes some practice. It's a very Dark Souls kind of combat loop. You have to learn the patterns and you have to get down to frame perfect a little bit. Not quite perfect, but it's a challenge.
Come back soon.
Oh, thanks, Skiva. I worked really hard on getting the visual vibes just right. And the hub music is very relaxing too. You did hear meow. Yeah, the Arcaxer meows at you. Yeah. Now we're here in Whistler, the pirate level, and this one, I'm not sure if it has the most puns per item, but it's up there. We've got a data leak on the wall. We've got spearfishing jokes in there. It's all sorts of weird pirate gunk. It's a fun time. Well, Arcaxer's a bit like a rhythm game, but there's no rhythm. You just have to move at the right time. It's hard.
Later.
Oh, thanks, Tribe Grey Wolf. And yeah, you get to meet the Bryce, Captain Bryce, Good Boy Bryce, as I always call him, because there's Good Boy Bryce and Bryce Lee. We're streaming till 4 o'clock, so we only got about 13 minutes left. We have a meeting after this, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been so nice getting to sit here with you guys, talk to the community. Honestly, Anthony's getting further than I thought he would have.
I'm
Kicking some
very
major
good.
butt. He is very good.
Had some luck with
You got a couple. I mean, getting restore, yeah.
Ring
And then if you
red
get
means so much.
if you get blue and red, and then green, you can use that to make the enemies white,
Right, okay.
which doesn't do anything either. Yeah, Bryce Lee is like a joke on like an edgy internet username. Like, my name's Bryce, and I like Bruce Lee, so I'm gonna call myself Bryce Lee, and that's the whole joke.
Oh yeah, these are hard.
And you find out later that that's not even the user's real name. Ooh, twin linked orcs. That's
Yeah.
oof, that's brutal.
Okay. Oh god, they have so much health. There's so much.
Nice crit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. This is a really big jump in difficulty. Anthony Tribe wants you to look down a little further so you can see more of the map. Any Easter eggs?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of Easter eggs, yeah, hidden throughout the game. The Naughty Banana is definitely the one that I recommend you look the most for.
I forgot to do that.
They are hidden. That's okay. I think we can keep those secrets. They're hidden in places where they're really difficult to get. I know one of them, Anthony, straight up didn't think people were going to be able to get it. But our Discord community members were very dedicated to breaking the game and getting out of bounds. So if you can find all the Naughty Bananas, you get a really cool banana-themed weapon that is pretty good against a variety of enemies, and it looks really fun. It's the Banato, which if you've played... What game is it, Anthony? Xenoblade Chronicles. The Monado is like a really important item there. So that's our kind of spoof on that. Xenoblade's on my list. I definitely need to try it out. That's a really good point, Zcat. This game is layers and layers of Easter eggs and puns and references and homages and spoofs.
I shoot swords.
There is a banana ring, yeah. You can shoot the swords. The swords are really hard to hit because they have just that skinny little hitbox. One level, yeah. Yes, the naughty... I'm really excited. Yeah, the Naughty Banana Creeper Betty. It's it is an item that you are not supposed to get, and everything about it reflects that. Initially, Anthony used bananas as the default icon for items, so whenever the game broke and your items glitched, it turned into a banana, and so that's kind of that's a very long-term Discord in-joke that I'm very happy about. It's just silly and fun. And now it leads to a really cool weapon. I find myself dodging along with Anthony the whole time. It's hard not to get afraid of him. Exactly. I am like, well, and like me, when I used to play Mario Kart, my cousin would get mad at me. He'd be like, you know, if you move to the left and right, it doesn't make your character move. And I'm, what's wrong with you, man? What world do you live in? Oh, he hit level 16. He's got sweet 16, the ability. His attack's up 999 points. Yeah. Whistler is a massive damage spike. Ooh, I wonder if you can kill the Reaper Shark. That'd be cool. See if we can... Okay, I'm excited.
Nice
Oh, good God.
Wow.
I
That's
don't-
amazing.
Dodging is really, it's a subtle art, Jasmine. You have to move just enough that you don't tire yourself out. Oh, link the Discord. That's a great idea. Thank you. Let me get my invite up here. Yeah, we're not the best streamers. Sorry. Copy link.
I just rushed to Captain Bryce.
I mean, hell, yeah, oh, it's getting close, yeah. If you can, I mean, do it. Here is a link to our Discord. It's an invite for everyone from my account. Oh, see if you can kill everyone in one hit.
Oh, I would.
Alright, take care, Tribe Grey Wolf. Definitely, yeah, hit us up on Discord. We're super happy to talk to y'all. Oh, Jasmine, thank you so much. Yeah, that's why it's good to have you here,
Yes,
Jasmine.
thank you, everyone.
That was cool.
Oh no! I
Is it-
pulled out. That was funny.
That's hilarious. It takes it away from you. I love that. Oh my god, that's fantastic. And yeah, definitely we'll have the link to the Discord in the description for the VOD when we're done streaming. That's coming up in just a few minutes. It's been so nice talking to you guys. Thank you all for taking time out of your Friday to come say hi. Anthony just burned about 400 calories.
So hot in here.
It's really warm. Wait, what? How does his arcane missile? Oh, that was because he had Sweet 16, so 999 bonus damage.
Yeah. That's a passive you usually only get on Blue Mage, but I randomly rolled it on Dark Knight. It makes you do, or you have 999 extra power only if you're exactly level 60.
It's already gone. I do like that it showed you losing all that power.
Yeah,
Which is
expecting that.
That's kind of what it feels like to turn 20. Because like when you're 19, you're really strong and fast and you recover quickly, and then you turn 20 and you start getting tired.
Also, when I turned 17.
There you go. I was a late bloomer, I guess. Awesome. I think we're probably getting ready to call the stream here. If anyone has any extra questions, any last minute, what's up with that? Definitely let us know. We'd love to answer as much as we can. Anyone watching the VOD later on, thanks so much for joining us. Time Displaced, super cool to talk to the community. You do, boy, you do damn. Yeah. Ring you out over a bucket. Oh, Reese, I'm 31. Yeah, no, all of my power is completely gone. It's been brutal.
I'm still 29, so I'm a young.
He's a baby.
Spry young boy.
He's got 4 more months until time catches him.
I'm a young lad.
And then I get to watch the life drain out of his eyes, which is where I get my power from. Sidon, I'm really glad you enjoyed the rundown. Yeah, Anthony put out a fucking master clinic of how to do the hack throws. It's always fun to watch people on live streams or in public events where we're demoing the game. There's a lot of options. One more bit of the info. Where's it on the Twitter? We're gonna be posting about it on Sunday, I believe. Jasmine, correct me if I'm wrong there. But it's gonna be a little puzzle, and we might even just do a random giveaway too. It's fun to give stuff out to the community members. Yeah, mid-afternoon siestas are a really good idea, especially now that it's hot everywhere all the time. It's really helpful. Zcat, party game idea. That is currently on the back burner. Definitely hasn't gone away. We might actually have like a team at some point. We'd be able to oversee that while we work on Arcaxer 2, which would be really, really cool. Yeah, riddles, secret riddles. I'm excited for that. Jasmine's got a lot of fun ideas, so we're super happy to steal her good ideas. Yeah, Party Pals is the tentative name because it's the dumbest one I could think of with alliteration in it, so. Let's see, and it's getting ever, time was going by really quickly until we got close, and now it's going by really slow.
Because maybe I could have made it to Greg.
We could, maybe.
I probably could have made it just to him, and
then he would have drowned.
Maybe that's worse than just getting to him.
Arcaxer 2, yeah, that's like our big, exciting plan that we're really motivated to work on, and I'm really excited to have something to talk about with it. We're getting so close to
build I'm trying to build a demo sooner than later.
Yeah, having the demo out for Arcaxer 1 was very motivational. Mm-hmm. Made it easy. It might still be on SideQuest, but that's fine. That way, the people who care can be there, and everyone else we'll see them later. I think I want to call it here.
Yeah, I think we could.
Please just don't make a cooking game. I think that's a really good idea, Eric. Too. Although a cooking mini game for the party.
A mini game.
Yeah, like a 4-minute set your hands on fire mini game.
Right after we had fishing.
There we go. Oh, fishing. Yeah, we need more VR fishing games for sure. And then archery, obviously.
Archery, throwing basketballs.
Skee ball. Not enough skee ball in VR.
What about a wave shooter where you have a gun?
That's a good idea. A wave shooter that's just guns. What if it was like zombies and set in Arizona?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. That screams out to me. Okay, take care, guys. I think we're gonna end broadcast here. That's the button I push, right?
Yes.
in broadcast. Okay, take care all. See you next time. Bye-bye.